Chapter 49 Sri Sai Satcharitra English Stories of Hare Krishna, Shyam Sundari Devi, Nana Saheb Koteswar Rao. Preliminary. When even the Vedas and the Puranas cannot sufficiently describe Brahma or Sadguru, then how can we ignorant describe our Sadguru Sri Sai Baba? We think that it is better for us to keep quiet in its matter. In reality, the observance of the vow of silence is the best way of praising the Sadguru, but the divine qualities of Sai Baba make us forget our vow of silence and inspire us to open our mouth. Tasteful dishes lose their taste if there is no company of friends and relatives to partake. PARTAKE పంచుకుంటారు the dishes with us, but when they join us, the dishes acquire traditional flavor. The same is the case with the Sai Leela Amrit, the nectar Amrutamu, in the form of the Sai Leelas. The nectar we cannot partake alone. Friends and brothers have to join us. The more the better. It is Sai Baba himself who inspires these stories and gets them written as he desires. Our duty is to surrender completely to him and meditate on him. Practicing penance is better than pilgrimage. Sacrifice and charity. Worshipping Hari, Lord, is better than penance and meditation, and the Sadguru is the best of all. We have therefore to chant Sai's name, think over his saying in our mind, meditate on his form, feel true love from him in our heart, and we undo all our actions for his sake. There is no better means than this for snapping the bondage of the sansar. If we can do our duty on our part, as stated above, Sai is bound to help and liberate us. Now we revert to the stories of this chapter. Hari Kanoba, a gentleman of Mumbai named Hari Kanoba, heard from his friends and relatives many leelas of Baba. He did not believe in them, as he had a doubting mind. He wanted to see Baba himself, so he came to Shirdi with some Mumbai friends. He wore a lace bordered turban on his head and a new pair of sandals on his feet. On seeing Baba from a distance, he thought of going to him and prostrating himself before him. He did not know what to do about his new sandals. After going one corner in the open courtyard, he placed them there and went in the masjid and had Baba's darshan. He made a reverential bow to Baba, took Udi and Prasad from Baba, and returned. When he reached the corner, he found to his utter dismay that his sandals had disappeared. He searched for them in vain and returned to his lodging very much dejected. He bathed, offered worship and Naivedya, and sat down for meals, and all his while he was thinking about nothing but his sandals. A Maratha boy coming towards him, he held in his hand a stick, and at the end of which was hanging a pair of new sandals. He said to the men who had come out to wash their hands that Baba sent him with the stick in hand and asked him to go on to the streets crying Hari ke beta, Jari ke peta, and that if anybody claims these sandals, first assure yourself that his name is Hari, and that one he is the son of Ka, that is Kanoba, and that he wears a lace bordered turban, and then giving them over to him. On hearing this, Harikanaba was pleasantly surprised. He went ahead to the boy and claimed the sandals at his own. He said on the boy that his name was Hari and that he was the son of the Kanoba, and showed him his lace bordered turban. The boy was satisfied and returned the sandals to him. Harikanaba wandered in his mind, and his lace bordered turban was visible to all, and Baba might have seen it, but how could we know that his name was Hari and that he was the son of Kanoba? As this was the first trip to Shirdi, he came there with his sole object of testing Baba and with no other motive. He came to know by this incident that Baba was a great Satpurush. He got what he wanted and returned home well pleased. Now hear the story of another man who came to try Baba. Baiji, brother of Kaka Sahib Dikshit, was trying to Nagapur. When he had gone to the Himalayas in 1906, he made an acquaintance with one Somadev Swami of Haridwar at Uttarkashi. Down the Gangotri valley, both took down each other's names in their diaries. 5 years later, Somdev Swami came to Nagpur and was Baiji guest. There was pleased to hear the Leelas of Baba, and a strong desire arose in his mind to go to Shirdi and see him. He got a letter of introduction from Baiji and left her Shirdi. After passing Manmad and Kopargaon, he took a tanga and drove to Shirdi. As he came near Shirdi, he saw two flags floating high over the masjid in Shirdi. Generally, we find different behaviors, different mode of living, and different outward paraphernalia. Paraphernalia కావాల్సిన వస్తువులు with different signs, but these outward signs should never be our standards to judge the worth of the saint. But with Somadev Swami it was different. As soon as he saw the flags flying, he thought, why should a saint like a liking for the flags? Does this devotee sainthood? It implies the saints would go back, hankering Kanksha after fame. Thinking thus, he wished to cancel his Shirdi trip and said to his fellow travelers that he would go back. The said to him, then why did you come to so far? If your mind became restless by the mere sight of the flags, how much more agitated would you be on seeing the Rath, the palanquin, Palanquin, Palaki, the horse and the all other paraphernalia in Shirdi? The Swami got more confounded and said, not sadhu with horses, palanquins and turns. Have I seen, and it is better for me to return than visit such a sadhu. After saying this, he started to return. Then fellow travelers pressed him not to do so, but to proceed. They asked him to stop his inconsistent way of thinking and told him that the sadhu, that is Baba, did not care a bit for the flags and other paraphernalia nor for the fame. It was the people, his devotees, who kept us up all his paraphernalia out of love and devotion to him. Finally, he was melted inside. His eyes were full of tears. His throat pursued to continue his journey to go to Shirdi Sai Baba. When he went and saw Baba from the courtyard, he melted inside. His eyes were full of ice. His throat was choked, vikri, CHOKED, and all his evil and crooked thoughts vanished. He remembered his Guru's sayings that is our abode and place of rest, where the mind is most pleased and settled. He wished to roll himself in the dust at the Baba's feet, and when they approached Baba, the latter got wailed and cried aloud, let all our humbug paraphernalia with us. You go back to your home. Beware, if you came back to this masjid again, why take the darshan of one who flies a flag over this masjid? Is this a sign of sainthood? Remain here not a moment. The Swami was taken back by surprise. He realized that Baba read his heart and spoke it out. How omniscient he was, as knew that he was least intelligent and that Baba was noble and pure. He saw Baba embracing somebody, touching someone with his hand, comforting others, starting kindly, some laughing at others, giving Budi Prasad to some, and thus pleasing and satisfying all. Why should he alone be dealt so heartily? After thinking seriously, he came to realize that Baba conduct responded exactly to his inner thought, and that he should take a lesson from his and improve. And the Baba's wrath was blessing in disguise. It is needless to say that later on his faith in Baba was confirmed, and he became a staunch devotee of Baba. Nana Sahib Chandorkar. Hemadpad concludes this chapter with a story of Nana Sahib Chandorkar. Nana Sahib was once sitting in the masjid with Mahalsapati and others. Mohammedan gentlemen from Bijapur came with his family and see Baba. On seeing veiled ladies, Nana Sahib wanted to go away, but Baba prevented him from doing so. The ladies came and took the darshan of Baba. When one of the ladies removed her veil for salting Baba's feet, Nana Sahib, who had a glimpse of her face, was so much smitten Akarshana with her beauty that he wished to see the face again. Knowing Nana's restlessness of mind, Baba spoke to him after the lady had left the place. Nana, why are you getting agitated and vanished? Let the senses do their allotted work or duty. We should not meddle with their work. God had created this beautiful world and it is our duty to appreciate its beauty. The mind will get steady and calm slowly and gradually. When the front door was open, I go back by the back one. When the heart is pure, there is no difficulty whatsoever. Why should one be afraid of anyone if there is be no evil thought in his the eyes may do their work. Why should you feel shy and tottering? Shama was there and could not follow the meaning of the what Baba said. So he asked Nana about this, and one there was Nana told him about his restlessness at the sight of the beautiful lady, how Baba knew it and advised him about it. Nana explained Baba meaning as follows, that our mind is fickle by nature. It should not be allowed to get wild. The senses may get restless. The body, however, should be held in check and not allowed to be impatient. Senses run after objects of desire, but we should not follow them and crave for them. By slow and gradual practice, restlessness can be conquered. We should not sway it by the senses, though they cannot be completely controlled. By who should curb them rightly and properly according to the need of the occasion. Beauty is the subject of sight. We may fearlessly look at the beauty objects. There is no room for shyness or fear. Only we should never entertain evil thoughts, making the mind desireless. Observable goods, works of beauty. In this way, the senses will be easily and naturally controlled, and even in enjoying objects, you will be reminded of God. If the outer senses are not held in check, and if the mind be allowed to run after objects and attached to them, our cycle of births and deaths will not come to an end. With Vivek, discrimination, Vichakshana as our charter, we will control the mind and shall not allow the senses to go astray. With such a charter, we reach the Vishnu Pada, the final abode, our real home, from where there is no return. Bow to Sri Sai Srinivasa Vijayate, peace be to all.